Well, hello there. I'm Camping Matt, and today I'm going to show you how to make one of my favorite camping treats, beef jerky. I use NESCO brand seasoning and salt cure mix, as well as their Jerky Works gun. I've got 2 pounds of lean ground beef. Now they say to use lean ground beef to make sure that it doesn't spoil. The less fat content in the jerky will allow it to last a bit longer. And so I use NESCO. I've tried a couple other brands. This seems to be the one that's most cost effective. I think for 3 packets here was $10. I bought it on Amazon. Now the ground beef, that's getting to be expensive these days. This was, gosh, I think about $12 a pound. So we're going to start by adding the jerky cure. And this is a salt. We're gonna sprinkle that real good on those 2 pounds of beef, and we're also going to add the seasoning mix. Now this is the original seasoning. They also have a hot spicy and a teriyaki. I like the original. Oh, it's got bits of chunks in it. So I'm going to use my spoon in my bare hands as much as I can to make sure that all gets combined. Okay. All right, now that we got the 2 pounds of ground beef all mixed in with the seasoning and the salt, I waited 10 minutes like I always do. I just feel like it helps get the salt and everything going, mixing good together. Now I'm gonna load the gun. And so you load, now after you got it mixed, you go ahead and load this gun up with the hamburger mix. Ooh, it's sticky. And usually this will take about 2 or 3 fills before you have to redo it a couple times. You're not going to be able to fit all of that in there. Alright, and so you got 3 different types of attachments you can use. You make the long stick size or the flat kind. This is the size that Morgan and Ethan like. And then you can have one that does flat, that does 2 at a time. And I've never actually used that one, so we'll set those aside and go with the flat one. Put that on there and you just tighten this thing up. Okay, we got that gun all ready to go. Pew, pew. And now I've got, what, 5 racks here that we're going to squeeze that stuff out and make these strips. And then we'll get them all loaded, and then we'll take it up to the camper where I've got the food dehydrator. So let's go ahead and get this going. Load that up. See, look at that. It's already starting to come out. Whew. And just take your time in getting these all out there. Give a little squeeze to pinch it off and do it again. It almost looks like bacon. Well, I don't know if that one's that great a one or not. I left a couple gaps. We'll see if I can fill those in a minute. So we'll set that aside right there and we'll get our next one going. Okay, I got 5 racks full of the beef jerky, the cured ground beef, and I've got the food dehydrator up at the camper. So let's go transfer all these in there, hit the start button, and wait for these to be cured. Let's go. All right, well, here we are. I've got my food dehydrator plugged in. Since we've got a camping spot that's got power, might as well use it for doing the beef jerky. So I'm gonna go ahead and load this rack. 1, 2, 3. Oh, they got a little sticky. 4 and 5. Oh, a little bit extra laying there. Close the door. Hit the jerky button. 4 hours later, we'll have beef jerky at the campsite. Catch you up in a bit.
4 hours later.
All right, so it's been a good 4 hours. And it should be all done. So we're gonna go ahead and take it out. Whoop. Ooh, that turned out real nice. Still hot. So 1, put them up there. 2, 3, 4, ouch, and 5. And we're gonna let these cool and bag them up, and then we're gonna enjoy them probably as a after dinner snack. So you certainly can, don't have to necessarily do your beef jerky before you go camping. You can do it while you're at the campsite, especially if there is a power site that you got. You just plug it in and go do your thing for 4 hours and come back. All right, that's it. Hope you enjoyed our first ever how-to camp prep meal. Appreciate you watching. Take care of yourself. I'll catch you on the next one. Goodbye.